My people, now well done. Oh. My people, I want you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to show you on this Mayogu diary. This is Mayogu. And this Mayogu is speaking, in most cases, is speaking the minds of millions of Nigerians. And may God bless him for us. May God protect you, Mayogu, for drawing our attention to this. I thought of all of this before. I said this is just propaganda, whereby they are showing you Shukudi, they are showing you Emeka, and trying to incite something. Trying to incite something for you to be fighting your fellow Nigerian that is also suffering like you. Your fellow Nigerian, to focus your attention on Southeast region, whereby you all know that these people, they have higher. You hear it from this Fulani leader, Gumi. You will listen to this, to Gumi here.
Actually, it's a simple case of criminality which turned into banditry, which turned into ethnic war, and some genocide too is happening. People behind the scene, people don't know. So now we are not talking about banditry, we are talking about ethnic war.
So it's an ethnic war, right?
Yes, it's going on, yes.
So between which ethnic group?
Between now the nomadic Fulani, the headsmen, and the others.
My people, do you hear from the horse's mouth? He said the Fulani, answer Fulani. You hear it. You listen to the part I want you to actually get.
Having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened. So what they do is, when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what you call it, they transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what you call it, they transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what you call it, they transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if they...
So my people, Shebi, you are listening from the horse's mouth. You are here from the horse's mouth. There's no need for you to be in the dark any longer, or for them to be selling for you propaganda in order for you to remain in deception and manipulation and oppression. In order, look at what they did in Magud local government area in Plateau State yesterday. More than 30 people, they by their lives. Christians, so what led all these people to be doing what Gumi were saying they were, the year that Gumi were make that video with that television station was on 14th to 15th of April 2014. Here you are still looking, that same reason they carry out that barbaric to kidnap Chibok girls. More than 267 Christian students. Chibok girl, bring back our girls. Then that year Gumi make that video that they were dialoguing with these terrorists and bandits. Look at that same reason they use it to also kidnap the colleague of a camp leader, whereby they chop off the head of this one you are seeing. That one is so horrific. My people, listen to that Mayogu. Listen to that Mayogu. Don't buy to all this propaganda they are trying to incite you to be fighting against yourself. That is Igbos, it's Igbo, it's Southeast that is the problem of Nigeria, whereby you know that Gumi, their people, their own leader told you that is Fulani. When when you are talking about one, he will go outside Nigeria to go and bring more foreign bandits and terrorists to fight, wage war. He said this is war. You heard him, and you are playing. Don't play. Listen to Mayogun and the rest of the segments.
The news, the breaking news, when the Nigerian police said they have captured the kingpin of all kidnappers in Abuja. This was their response to public outcry that although Nigeria is not safe for anybody, including your criminal politicians, however, the fact that the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Abuja, the seat of power, was under the siege of Fulani kidnappers, Fulani terrorists, who are no longer staying in the bush or staying by the roadside to kidnap people, but go straight into their safest homes. While the people were crying, like since Kolu came in, since Tifnumbu came in, the insecurity in and around Abuja has escalated, and therefore prompted the public outcry. It was massive. I was one of those town criers that how could this even be possible? While that was going on, Wike, the unelected governor of Abuja, was in Rivers State, where he was there flexing his muscles, his political muscles, fighting for, supposedly, his political survival. Why the Abuja people have to go to bed with their two eyes opened. So, Kolu was in Lagos, especially the one that happened in Plateau, Bokos, and then sacking back in Ladi, where over 200 people were slaughtered. Kolu was in Lagos, where all the governors, including the governors of the states under attack, were paying him celebratory visits. All of this were going on. Then the new year came. In response, because everybody knew those who were kidnapping them and then killing them, especially in that part of Nigeria, Fulani terrorists. The criminals in government who were supposed to actually be sincere, honest, and straightforward with the people, if you really believe that fighting and combating terrorism requires the support of the people, but they came back with an agenda. I knew it. I knew it. They came back with an agenda and they said, it wasn't Fulani that have been kidnapping people in Abuja. In fact, it is one Chinasa Phillips from Abuja. Chinasa Phillips. Oh, I think we got your agenda. Because immediately, the Nigerian police released that statement that day. The jihadist apologist, the Fulani terrorist apologist on social media, because they are also on social media. Do you know that? Yeah, the terrorists have network, they have phones, they call, they make calls, they have banks, they withdraw money. Seriously, they do. They are on social media. They latched on it. Yes, everybody come and see. Oh, in fact, God, this country, so it is this Igbo people. They are those behind kidnappings in Abuja. It was the agenda, the propaganda of the police. And I did say to all of you that even though we didn't know what this China, we don't even know if the name is real, okay? But eventually, we pointed out some of the lapses in the script, remember? like him changing clothes in their custody, had no gunshot wound when he was first paraded, and then having a gunshot wound afterward that he was on a stretcher. He couldn't talk, but finally he talked. He spoke to the media, and he said, for those who know Nigeria police very well, he had no idea about their agenda, but here, the Nigeria police want to make somebody, a name they made up, to be the face of the insecurity in Abuja. And you see, those terrorist apologists on social media, boom, they jumped on it. Yeah, they jumped on it. But we said, hey, don't even try to also jump on it yourself by trying to put up a defense towards a state scripted propaganda. It was intentional. It was intentional. So if you jump on there to start defending, you have no idea who this guy is in the first place. He might be a criminal, and then this is the Nigerian police doing their thing. They need somebody to put out there. This time around, an Igbo sounded name, fake. By the time they came out to that, they were releasing their statements, and they were parading the supposed kingpin of kidnappings in Abuja. They paraded, they sort of uploaded the image of 3 rusty Beretta guns. All of the victims of kidnappings in Abuja, they all came back to say they were kidnapped by Fulani terrorists carrying AK-47 guns. So the guy said, listen, I want to call on Pablo Escobar, who understand that a man who can do the crime must also be ready to do the time. He is not going to do the time for a crime he'd never committed. And the agenda to make him the face of kidnappings in Abuja is to distract everyone away from the real culprit, because the real culprits, the Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists, their sponsors, they are in government. So everybody is very afraid. They can't say Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. They call them bandits. Fulani terrorists invaded another community in Enugu yesterday. They kidnapped 4 women who are working in a new, what do you call it? A palm a palm oil company or factory in Enugu. I'll come back to that. Fulani terrorists. However, I don't want you to take my word for it, okay? And I don't actually want you to also believe everything this guy has to say. But I can go on it and say, you probably would never believe the criminal police themselves, right? The whole thing is so shady. To the point that it seems to have been like a lost cause. Blaming the kidnappings in Abuja on this manufactured Chinasa Phillips that they later added Okoye Michael. Do you get that now? The guy said, no, I'm not. Pablo, say in the criminal world, now the crime where you do, you go get the punishment for. Listen to him. Chinasa, the supposed kingpin of kidnappers in Abuja, Nasarawa, and all these places. The guy said they were car snatchers, they armed robbers. Armed robbery is an act of terrorism too. All right? But if you now catch an armed robber and paraded him as the leader of all of the kidnappers collecting ransoms, and you have no, you have no other thing than to say, we found the 3 Beretta guns on him and he confessed to it. Here is the guy, just for the record.
I want to greet the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You said? Mr. Bola Tinubu.
He's greeting the President.
And the ordinary President. Look at the family. But anything I say today, let it be recorded.
That's why we are here.
I know some people will say I'm lying because this is how we always do. I'm going to say, everything I'm going to say is the truth and nothing but the truth. Between God and man, between God that created the heaven and the earth, I'm not a kidnapper. I repeat, I'm not a kidnapper. I've not been in this business for any long at all. Let me explain how.
How many have you kidnapped?
I've not kidnapped any, sir. With
Why
due
you
respect.
So what happened on
I will explain.
Why are you here?
Yeah,
What happened on that
I will
day?
explain. I and my friend Chilibire, we went on patrol. Okay, the aim was to collect car.
To collect car, to rob,
Collect car, yes.
to steal.
Car, yes.
Okay.
So, on getting to Little Lorry, like 3 years. So, my friend was the one riding the car. The owner of the car. His name is, I don't know it, but normally call him Neyelo because I don't know him, but my friend know him very well. Because my friend can speak Hausa, but me I can't. So after passing that very position, the yellow now saw that Helios and said he should turn back. And after turning back, that's how my friend drove into the compound. And they asked the man for the key. The man gave them the key. To be sincere, their aim and plan was not to take the man with them. But I don't know why the yellow, which is the one that is sponsoring the whole, that has the car and that has the weapons, say the man should enter the back seat. So me sitting there, I can't say anything because Chidibiri is in the Benz, and the yellow is driving the man's car. I collected the key, and the man is inside the back seat. Me too, I'm at the back seat. So we drove. So not knowing that why yellow took the man along was he needed to collect some money from him. So yellow asked him, how much does he have in his account? The man first said it was 5 million. Then later on, he said it was 2 million. And Yellow now said, no problem, that is going to give him the money, but nobody is going to touch him, that we don't keep you, we are not kidnappers, so and so. So me, I didn't say anything. Even when they interviewed me for the first time, the suspect was there. The complainant, which is the man, he knows everything. He knows that me that is inside there, I don't have power to say anything. I don't have power to talk to Yellow. I don't have power to talk to the other person. It was Howard that is sitting with close to the man.
I kind of just mixed that, okay? Sorry that I had to cut it because I'm trying to put other things behind. Anyway, I think he said all that really matters. The rest are just going to be like trying to plead and say, please help me. Oh, they are trying to make me what I am not. Oh, the Nigeria Police PPRO, the one Muyiwa Olade Jobio, so what's that his name again? Who came out to say, now those who said this is not true, this is blah, 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 blah. That's the guy. You are never going to hear anything from him again. They are never going to show you his face again. Okay? Because the purpose they shared and published his face and all of that was to divert attention from the real terrorists. So that you can stop saying, but you see, all this why everybody has been complaining about Fulani. We didn't know that they are the Igbos. Oh, it is the Kanuris. Oh, it is this, it is that. All this kind of agenda leave everyone even in the worst place, which simply means that the criminals continue to roam free, and they can continue to pop up, some poster boys to say, oh, we just paraded 200 criminals. And while they are parading the ones they said are committing the main crimes, that crime is still being committed. Why they are parading those ones? So you cannot use propaganda to fight, what do you call it, terrorism. So to say, if the propaganda is not against the terrorist, if you are putting up propaganda to deceive your people, you can't win any war on terror that way, right? Where the wiki on the part said, listen, guys, this old insecurity in Abuja is politically motivated. In fact, he is also suggesting that maybe in Afubara, they send people to Abuja so that they will make Abuja unsafe. And they will make him look like a failure in the face of Tifnumbu. So some his political enemies, they are the ones making Abuja unsafe. Typical, right? Listen to him. And that's what will take us to Rivers afterward, by the way.
Mind you too, some of these things are political.
This one.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The so-called alarm. You don't know. Let me tell you, some politicians are bent on making sure the government does not survive. And how do you do it? By creating unnecessary tension. By, carrying propaganda that something just happened there. They tell you it has happened 25 times. You must understand how our system works. There are those who are blackmailers who are paid. They are paid. Tell me, how am I going home on a Friday? Do you understand what I'm saying? How does it affect you not taking security serious?
They say you're distracted, and that's what
distracted what?
By reverse politics.
What is the politics? So the only time the kidnapping is when I'm not around on Saturday. So they don't kidnap Monday to Friday when I'm around. So these are the things we'll tell you. So you now see that is political. That is propaganda. That is blackmail. When we came here, people said everything in Abuja had collapsed. The refuse are taking over the place. No street lights, no road. Right? People are saying so. How many of you have even come out to commend us that in these 5 months you have been in office, we are seeing changes? All you do is pick one that has not been solved or that appears to be the problem then. You forget the ones that government have put effort and which are yielded results.
Nuisance lele.
That's very wicked. You know, politician is going to always kind of make it about himself. And in that regard, security of lives and properties, which is a 24 hours, 7 days, 24 hours a day job, 7 days a week, and then 365 days job. To them, it's pretty much like some people are just blackmailing us. You have seen the videos of those places affected in Abuja, where people got kidnapped, for those who have had their family members or loved ones killed because they couldn't pay the ransom. You've seen all of that. So these guys, it's all blackmail. In fact, some people are being paid to make it look like Abuja is not safe. So that's why I said that you know, sometimes you can use propaganda to gain power or get a job. I don't know, like, you know. But when it is time for you to do the job, you can't use propaganda. You have to actually really do the job. It is the job that will speak for you or against you. It's as simple as that. But these guys don't really care. That's why I said they are probably one of the luckiest. Nigerian politicians are the luckiest politicians on the surface of this earth. You know that? It's a place where they don't have to be.
The reason why Mayogun just telling you that Nigerian politicians they are the most luckiest politicians in the world. Why? Because they can use your mind as a Nigerian. Their weapon is your mind. So, and they are succeeding using your mind since 1960 up till now. Nigeria is not moving forward. So my people, share this video so that you continue to speak against their propaganda and focus on our real enemy in Nigeria that is abducting the Christians. All the Christians that still continue doing their normal thing, whereby they are abducting and kidnapping and bringing down your fellow Christian. You are not doing anything. You are not creating weapons to defend yourself. Shame on you.